Hello, hello, welcome in. We are here for the NACL Open Qualifiers 1 2024 Spring. We are into round 2. Our two teams, Gentle Heart Gaming versus... Oh my goodness. I forgot their name. Hold on. We're gonna rewind. Get their name really quick. Chaotic Blaze, that's what it is. Okay. So, alright, let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. Hello, hello, and welcome in. We are here for the 2024 Spring NACL Open Qualifiers 1. We're into round 2, the matchup between Gentle Heart Gaming and Chaotic Blaze, both teams at 0 and 1. Gentle Hearts Gaming being our number 8 seeded team, getting upset in the first round, will now find themselves facing off against the 32 seed Chaotic Blaze. Well, you'll see on paper in favor the number 8 seed, but after watching the round 1 and seeing what happened to Gentle Hearts Gaming, it was quite a wallop that they suffered. It was close for a bit, but then eventually it just felt like there was not much they could really do. It was kind of crazy to see how it really turned on them. Abandoned Kittens they outfought them. Every single one of their lanes were able to outfight them, but now you see here, Ariendel 1v2, taking a lot of damage there from Cyan and Moss. He wanted to get a bit of a trade back, but did not give enough respect to Cyan nor Moss. Finds himself back foot against this Hui. Not seeing much Hui lately, but we are seeing him crop up a bit as players get more used to him and how he really functions. Honestly, it's kind of funny. All these abilities that Hui has, and then you realize that he just plays like most control mages. A little bit like an artillery mage in some regards. But for the most part, it's actually pretty straightforward, strangely enough. The Gentle Hearts Gaming being the team that was the highest seed, now in the lower rounds at the 0-1s. Do have a lot that they want to prove to everyone. You can tell that they are playing very greedy in some of these cases. I was talking about Ariendel before, and we still see that as took a lot more damage to Moss, but was able to trade a good amount back despite not having very much mana. Even if the wave is going to be frozen a little bit, eventually should be pushed by Moss. Ariendel gets that cheetah recall off, even going for the TP back into lane really early into this lane, just to make sure that he'll have enough power to fight up against Moss. But here's Cyan, showing up against Berik in the top lane. Berik onto that rumble. This is one of those picks that I remember seeing Berik play all the time on UCI, flashing forward 1v2. Disrespect given to Berik's name and really making them pay. I want to make sure my audio quality. Okay, good. I had a mini heart attack there while I was recording this. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I forget to unmute? No, I did not. And we're good. And now Jbear. This is a bad spot to be in. Gets burned down by Berik. Will trade it back, though, as Crackadon tanked up the turret a little bit too long. Cleanse a bit late here from Latence. And falls to the might there of Rox and Zev. Top lane going incredibly well compared to the last time we saw Gentle Hearts Gaming. But bot lane too. Latence didn't respect the amount of damage that can come in from both Zev and Rox this early into the game. Was a bit late on that cleanse. So now every one of the lanes outside of the mid lane have gotten themselves essentially a solo bolo, because at 2v2, bot lane, you kind of consider that a solo bolo, And Ariendel is not doing too bad either. We look to the mid lane, how that was before. Now has that CS lead up against Moss. We'll have to back and then walk all the way back to lane, but with there being a cannon wave that's crashing into the turret, has a lot of time to do so. Crackadon continues to visit this top lane and saying, you know what? We got Rumble. They didn't ban it. Rumble being so powerful right now on the current meta that if you don't ban it, you have to understand that there's going to be a lot played around this Rumble. And you can see how Berik is. Already got the Zork shoes. Even if Jbear got a lot of damage back onto this Rumble, the burn from that Flame Spitter melted the health bar of Jbear. That was with Jbear landing some good Darkened Blades as well as getting some good auto attacks weaved in there. And Berik still, I press Q, I am Rumble. You walk into me as melee, you will get burned. It's forcing a lot of attention here from Cyan, but last time you tried this, Cyan, you died. I don't know if you want to do this again. Because even looking at the minimap right now, the Void Grubs have been started by Crackadon. This should be known at the moment. Yep, there it is. Moss puts down the ward, spots out that they are being taken. Unless you can burst down Berik quickly enough, this isn't going to work out, as all three Grubs have been picked up by Gentle Hearts Gaming. And Cyan has to recall. Level 6 here for Rumble. Berik, even if you try this play right now, Cyan, it's not going to work out as we go mid lane. Ariendel getting the punt back onto Moss. Level 6, poking him down. Spiraling Despair is your only despair for yourself there, Moss. Even if top lane, it was the kill back. Berik did fall. The equalizer didn't do enough. It's Crackadon. Cannot get over the wall, so Jbear will strike back and take down the powerhouse that could have been there for Gentle Hearts Gaming. But bot lane continues to rumble too. Every lane wants to rumble and skirmish as another Rent double kill for Zev. We go from lane to lane to lane. Every point of the map trying to have their own battle, their own skirmish. And while one side of the map worked out for Chaotic Blaze, the other two did not. The solo bolo for Ariendel mid lane. The 2 kills in the bot lane for Zev. This Kalista Jace combination now off to the races. And while you might have stopped Berik for now, you got to stem the bleeding elsewhere. It's a sinking ship at the moment, and when you thought you plugged up one hole, 2 more spring up. And look at Cyan and what he can really do to stop this. Oh, Cyan. Not Cyan. Cyan. And see what they can do to stop this. And you can only be at one place at a time as this Xin Zhao. And where's that place you want to really go first? You want to go back to the top lane to hit at Berik again. You go mid lane, because if you don't stop this Jace, the poke that he's going to get onto this back line is going to be immense, especially someone as squishy as Moss. But then you go look at the bot lane, and you have the Swain and Ashe bot lane that if they're not ahead of either, the Swain's never going to heal enough in the battle to last long enough, especially with a lot of the poke that can come in from someone like Ariendel, where that a Demonic Ascension won't really matter because you're just getting whittled down before you could even pop it. Latence on this support Ashe as well. Pretty far behind on this. Will take quite some time before get that Umbral Glaive. Now mid lane, like I was talking about, Ariendel getting a lot of damage there. He's gained full control, but we go to the top lane. That's where Cyan is looking for the play. The equalizer doing a little bit of work, but not nearly enough. They didn't fully commit for the dive. Well played there from Cyan. Really stopping Berik in their tracks. This Rumble, not as much of a factor as before. Like I said, it's about the other points of the map. Crackadon getting the first dragon of the game, the Chemtech dragon. Another objective secured by Gentle Hearts Gaming. That's where I look at Cyan and see when do they visit the bot lane? Because bot lane, this is where Crackadon's visiting, and guess who else is here? It's Ariendel. The burst of damage, that Demonic Ascension was nothing but pittance as another double kill is funneled over to Zev. 4-0 on this ADC. This Kalista, already a good champion in their own regards when it comes to lane phase and the mid game, but now that is one hell of a lead that they've got for Zev. And as I said before, you stopped Berik. That's great, Cyan. But now you gotta stop Zev. And Unless you do something quick, it's going to be a little too late as Moss, again, getting punted back as Ariendel says, I'm not afraid of no turret. Spiraling Despair. Not enough damage this early on from Moss. Latence, you're only a support Ashe too. You can't really do much this early into the game with the double longsword. So you had to just kind of chase them back and say, I'm scary, you boo. Ooh, look at me. They did a little bit. But Jbear actually is going to be the scary one. A rampage now. He just invades by himself. It'll be the top lane versus the ADC. Which side of the map is going to be stronger between the two teams? Chaotic Blaze can fall back on to this Aatrox only so much. Especially when you look at Zev right here, looking for this dive. The arrow does connect, pops out the cleanse out of Zev. Zev has to be scared of Jbear. That's the one I was saying you're worried about, and easily shut down Kurfyou. We'll take that with one zap of lightning. And all the while, Cyan, just on the grubs, has gotten one grub for the team and make it two. But Ariendel and Crackadon are going to be here to stop that third one from going over to Chaotic Blaze and even getting the kill onto Cyan. So 4 of the grubs will be secured. That's going to be pretty powerful. 4 does spawn the Void Mites if you get them. Not only do you get that extra burn of true damage onto these turrets, but you can spawn one of the little Void Grubs. I believe so, at least. Let me double check. Oops. Here we go. Oh yeah, it doesn't show you. That's right. Forgot it doesn't show you in the spectator client. Boo! They need to get that fixed. I know they got it up here, which is nice. They need to get it over here. So I can see that. All right. Well, what can he do? Can't do much in that. So instead, look at the gold. Look at the leads that are gained by each team. About 2,500. That we have Gentle Hearts Gaming leading Chaotic Blaze here. Just shy of 12 minutes. And getting that shutdown. Stopping Zev for now. And even getting Kurfyou, some of the gold will help out that sway. And I was just talking about how that bot lane was quite far behind. But Jbear helping to spread out the wealth and give other parts of the map a little bit more gold for themselves. Even if Cyan did not actually secure all 3 of the Void Grubs to deny that Void Mite that can be spawned now by Gentle Hearts Gaming. At least it's not all 6. And that's really when you get the true power, getting the double mites each time. Arrow, whoa, Ariendel barely dodging away from that, but the fear comes in from Moss with the Spiraling Despair. Wind becomes lightning as well, and the zap from the vision of the Empire. Kurfyou sniping away that kill. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Giving the Swain more gold, especially as you have that Rallies build. Get more slows, keep them all within this tight corridor, the fight that they can build around Jbear. Even if they're behind in gold still, I am liking what is happening so far for Chaotic Blaze. They're incrementally taking away and chipping at the leads that have been gained here by Gentle Hearts Gaming. Slowly but surely. Once you take away enough of the foundation, eventually it will crumble. You gotta continue. Continue to erode at those leads. And keep getting your own as they get the flash away from Berik, who could not get away from that battle. Another kill, this time the gold shared with Moss. Jbear, I mean, sure, it's a lot on Cyan ganking the top lane, but I just kind of love it that 4-1 on this Aatrox, but the last 2 kills that, or the last 3 kills they have been a part of, they've helped to spread out to the other parts of their map, the other teammates that are starting to get them back into the game. Even if they lose out on the dragon in the bot lane, they're going to get this top lane turret. They're going to get the first brick gold. And they can back, recall. Probably can get that first item for Jbear now if we look at the gold. Yeah, almost 2,000 there for this Aatrox. And then mid lane, Ariendel gets a little bit of damage onto Moss. But I don't think it's going to be enough to actually get him out of the lane or have that kill pressure underneath the turret. So now it's 1,000 gold between the two teams. Like I said, chipping away at that lead. Chaotic Blaze might actually have it as the pick onto Ariendel. Look, where did everyone come from? They all showed up. I should have looked at the minimap a little bit better because all 5 of Chaotic Blaze mid lane picking up that kill, and then perfect timing with the Rift Herald. As the Rift Herald started up, looking at the map, no one's really in a position. GHG have to forfeit this objective. They're pinging towards the mid lane turret. They can get a little bit of damage onto it. But that's not, you're not going to be able to take it. It's not low enough, so just a couple auto attacks from Zev backing off, and now they know that the Rift Herald has been secured by Chaotic Blaze. Oh, but Rocks, sneaky here. Does get spotted out. Good scryers, but nice Magnet Storm into the wombo combo with that equalizer to burn down Latence. Cannot escape from the burn of Berik. Even if Jbear is on the other side, Zev wants to re-engage. They get the knockout for Rocks. The jump in, the shutdown. Jbear's gone. Your lead is out of here. Cyan tried to jump back in onto Crackadon, but without your carry, without the power, even if you get a shutdown. Wait a minute! Moss, the triple kill from Hui, turns it around, make it a quadra kill as Zev won against the world, fighting back. The Penta stolen by Kurfyou. But Chaotic Blaze off the back of the powerhouse of Moss. Nearly had the pentakill there for Hui. Moss might be a little salty on that, but I don't think they care that much. Huge fight. That damage that came in, that malignant that was completed by Moss before the fight. Actually, quite some time ago. I didn't. Just never specified. Did so much to burn through the resistances with that ult from the Spiraling Death. With everyone grouped up like that, they did not give respect to how much damage that Moss could do with that first item completed. Now Rocks in a bit of danger as the flash comes in to get away. They could follow that up, Darkened Blade, and where's the turret? Ooh. The turret was taken before. I thought they would continue to chase, but it does seem that Chaotic Blaze giving a little bit of respect, saying no need to chase for a support. We have the Rift Herald. We can spawn that. They got to escort that in. Here's the charge. Cyan right in the back of Shelly, but right in the middle of 3. And with the Crescent Strike now used, jumping with the audacious charge to dodge away from some of the damage. You got to be careful. The rend and the kill for Zev as you rode that sled into battle, but your own death was awaiting. And then the next pick, Latence steps too far out. 2 picks in a row. One from a mistake from Chaotic Blaze. The other from a capitalization of GHG. Allows them to now take down the tier 1 in trade in that mid lane, while Moss will try to equate it across the map by getting the tier 1 in bot lane. But look at this rotation out of Gentle Hearts Gaming. Moving from lane to lane after getting the pick onto Cyan, getting the pick onto Latence, then getting the turret, then taking away the blue buff, then getting this Scuttle Crab, which gives them control around the dragon. Slowly but surely. Even though a massive fight there for Chaotic Blaze with that quadra kill from Moss, do get them relative, actually almost dead even in gold against GHG. It does feel like it's a larger lead still for Gentle Hearts Gaming, as the dragon will spawn, and they already have 2 dragons. This could be their 3rd one. That's why you already see Chaotic Blaze pathing around, setting themselves up, ready to rumble over this. All 5 here for both sides. It's going to be started up by Cyan, as Rock's ready to gallop into battle, pulled back in, but has to hop off the Ferromancy just to be a bit careful. As the dragon started up, a little bit of poke on the other side, spotting out. They have double vision. I just realized that with both Hui and Swain. They can spot that out, but instead of going for it, realizing there's no real reason to fight over that objective, they go for the tier 2 in mid lane, looking for the extra bit of gold. so they can really have more power. But they got to be careful because here's Jbear. Equalizer pulled in with the Magnet Storm, then locking down with the Glacial Prison. They sniped the kill with the burn for Berik thanks to the Leandries. Now 4v5 with Cyan, the first one. Jumped on to the skies, pulled back in as Rock's got the stun, and they've got the lockdown, even though Hui's going to go like on the other side. It's a 2-for-1 at the moment. The support is the only casualty for Gentle Hearts Gaming. Low health bars on the other side. That arrow does not stop the shutdown going over, but the damage with the claw does get one for Maz, make it 2 with a double kill as Latence dies 2. 4 for 3, a bloody battle between the two. So close between these two teams. A knife's edge or a paintbrush. We're looking at Moss here. 9-2, having already completed that Rabadon's death cap. It's kind of crazy just how close these fights are. And a lot of that is thanks to this guy right here, Moss. Looking like the hyper carry with this way. As long as they can keep Moss alive, just like Chaotic Blaze, have a chance here. The 32 seed. Team that barely made it into the open qualifiers. Now, going toe-to-toe against the number 8 seed of Gentle Hearts Gaming. Who would have thunk at the beginning of the day? But Chaotic Blaze looking good right now. And they got Jbear, Cyan on the flank. Jbear gonna get the attention, but Cyan wants to get on to Zev, and they all realize the arrow not in time to help out, and that equalizer does a lot, but they do miss the Glacial Prison. But getting the kill on to the jungle. That's a good start here for Gentle Hearts Gaming. Cyan a little bit off kilter with the rest of the team. Means that there's a lot of free time to move around the map for GHG, secure vision control around this Baron, and you can see that's exactly what they're doing. And just slowly but surely fighting for every inch of land. Almost like trench warfare here, especially because we got the trenches now in that Baron. GHG, they're the ones that barely come out ahead. It's been a lot of these picks that have gone well for them. That last team fight was so close, barely was a disadvantage for them. So close. Like I said, a game of inches between the two. The fact that there's that pick onto Cyan right there after the fight had happened. There's a couple picks before. They got onto Cyan and then onto Latence. They keep GHD as the team at the helm, guiding this sled, even if we don't have the battle sled anymore. Really dictating when and where Chaotic Blaze have to compete with them. But at the moment, oh, I should probably toggle that on. Not really much to fight over. Still a minute and a half until that Mountain Dragon will spawn. Could be a good one, especially for Chaotic Blaze to give him a little bit more resistances. Less likely to get poked out as easily here or burned down by the powerhouse that is Berik and Ariendel. Do they want to actually fight over it? It's going to be the real question. A minute left, and they have no control. All their control has been pushing back around the Baron on the top side. That has been spotted out. Full knowledge. There they go, backing off just a little bit. And we're wise to where you are. We know that you want to set up a play a pick. Oh, but Cyan, maybe. I thought for a second that they could have charged down, looking for Cyan. Same with Moss, who's gone real far into enemy territory. The recall will be in time. Oh, wait a minute. That was an equalizer used by Berik. It was a blind one, hoping to find a play, but unfortunately, just didn't actually get the right place. But Cyan again, no! How many times has he got caught out this game? And now actually might have gotten Jbear into a lot of trouble. A lot of damage, but Moss on the other side. The pull back in with the face call do keep Rocks alive, but trades Crackadon. Both junglers are gone. The flash away from Zev as Kurfyou flashing forward. Pull back in with a never move to lock down Zev. Shut down for Jbear. 2 for 1. Chaotic Blaze. Somehow taking a bad situation, turning it on its head, and making it an advantage. The fact that both junglers are dead, this could be a little dicey. They've gone for the dragon here. But it does seem that there's not going to be any contest there for Gentle Hearts Gaming. Peeling back off, saying, you can have it. It's just the second dragon of the game. A few resistances might not be the greatest for us to deal with, but it's not the worst either. We'd rather make sure we maintain some vision control around the Baron. Ooh, excuse me. Man, this is cast number 7 for me today. Second one solo. If I pause a bit, you know why. Just trying to rest a little bit. It's okay, we're bouncing back into this one. Just like how Chaotic Blaze are bouncing back in consistently. Keeping this game so close. And props to them, a team that didn't get a high seeding, right at the bottom, but they are being competitive. They are not going down quietly. And honestly, this game looks like it could be theirs for the taking here against Gentle Hearts Gaming. Gentle Hearts already got upset once by Abandoned Kittens. Could do so again here against Chaotic Blaze. The ones we really have to look at in both these fights, Moss, we've already been talking about. 10 stacks on the Dark Seal has been a long time ago, but the Void Staff getting completed, the bigger thing. 3 items now for this way. Nobody on the other side even has 3 items. They just got the components. Actually, I take that back. Zev has 3 items. Oh, but the arrow did not connect onto Rocks. And this is not the corridor you want to fight in if you're Chaotic Blaze. You got to be so careful to pull back in with the face call again. Will keep Rocks alive, but Zev could be the target. The pull back in with the snipes that they had from the Vision of the Empire as well as from Hui. Now forced out Zev and Rocks. 2 important members now gone. Without the Callista, that could be big, but Cyan takes way too much damage from Berik. As Berik was able to burn down the jungle, an even bigger target now taken out as Rocks was ready for the flank. The fact that Cyan is recalling and has to get out of here could actually give this window. Wait a minute. Disjointed backs. Moss not spotted out though. Jbear does get out of there, and so will Moss. But the vision control will be secured. Ultimately, going to be the only prize for either team. You can tell how bad the side of Gentle Hearts Gaming want this fight. They want the skirmish. They need that pick to work. There's so much that you can do here to kind of look at what's on the other side without having to really poke your head out, right? Hawk shot from Latence. You have the Vision of Empire from Kurfyou. You have pretty much the Vision of Empire from Hui that I forget the name of. Quite a few ways to spot out things from a distance. All the while, you don't have that same luxury if you're Gentle Hearts Gaming. You really have to fight tooth and nail just for vision control. They've lost a lot of that now on the top half of the map. Look at how red that is. Don't see any blue and a sea of red. But Hui still pushing in that top lane. A 4 in mid, 1 bot lane. And there could be the peel back in. Nearly. We're looking for Jbear, but Jbear, smart call there. Backs off, says, all right, if I continue this path, I will certainly fall. But Cyan also could have that same thing happen inside of the pit. All the while, Ariendel will take down the tier 2 turret, getting a bit extra cooled for the team. If they can spend that before fighting around the Baron. Might be big, but it's going to be a trade of the tier 2 in the top lane as Ariendel jumps onto Jbear. The Glacial Person not going to connect the World Ender, giving a little bit of movement speed to Jbear, who almost was looking for the re-engage onto Crackadon, landing the Darkened Blade, as the Equalizer will come out too onto Jbear. Does burn a lot of damage, but all the while, Moss is opening up the base. Nobody's dealing with this way. I don't even know if anyone can. Moss gets that inhibitor, as Ariendel shows up way too late to stop him. He's out of there. He's already robbed you blind, and he's going to get back to base and buy everything. And how much gold does he have right now? Oh, 2,500 on Moss right now. An insane amount. Let's just watch this. Not going to be able to get a full item. The Seeker's Arm Guard completed there. Extra safety for the most important member on Chaotic Blaze. They would have liked to get the full item for him, but you'll take that. You'll take that right now, especially as the next dragon spawning in 15 seconds. You've got the whole team grouped up together. Jbear and Cyan had to split from the rest of the team. You can see the ward inside the base. Not a TP ward that you can utilize if you're Ariendel. At least gives you a little bit of knowledge. Well, it was a sea of red on the top side of the map. It is a sea of blue on the bottom half. It looks like it is going to be the dragon secured. No fight there for Chaotic Blaze. Especially once Zev gets on top of it. You cannot contest that. Too many spears there. That is the power of having Kalista on your team. Get on one of these objectives first. You get so many of those spears. There's no real way to steal that now. 3 dragons on the side of Gentle Hearts Gaming. Chaotic Blaze. Cyan. Pathing maybe not the best way. Takes a lot of damage for that. Needed a path back towards the rest of the team. Cannot let Zev get those free auto attacks here with the Terminus, especially. And Terminus got Wit's End, Blade of the Ruin King. Very, very fast attacks here from Kalista. But it is a stalemate between these two. The gold lead has not moved an inch for the past 5 minutes between the two. Right around, hovering around 1,500 to 2,000 for sometimes. Rocks. Blast Cone betrays you. It doesn't seem like it's going to be too bad. Cyan realized that Berik was there. Peels back instead, looking to get a little bit of damage onto this tier 2 in the bot lane. Not a safe one to defend if you're on the side of Gentle Hearts Gaming. But if you can get a lot of damage onto Moss, that actually might start off the fight. That's 50% on the way. The important member, nice snipe there from the Shock Blast. Flashing forward, gets the flash out of Moss. But look at the other side, look at Rocks. He's looking for that angle. He knows he has it, and they are trying to get away, but they can't. This is a flash from Nerf, and they're re-engaged. Rocks, the hero, goes golden, and he knows he's the golden boy. Even if Moss trades it back for a double kill, the rest of the team is falling. Shut down for Jbear, the flash on his Zev, the flash away. Looking for the Rend, taking them all down. They've got it all. And look at Kurfyou running for the hills away from Moss the wrong way. Though it is only a 3 for 3, it favors that of Gentle Hearts Gaming as they got the gold into the proper pockets. Moss is literally keeping this game going for the side of Chaotic Blaze. If he wasn't as fed as he is right now 11-2, that fight in any other game is the ending fight. That is Gentle Hearts Gaming winning. The fact that he can do so much damage and burst both Berik and Ariendel down so quickly allows them to make it even. But as I said, Zev getting the kills, staying alive as well. The only thing that would have really made it better is if Moss had died. And Moss took a beating in that fight. But even all that, Moss survives, gets that 4th item, the Zonias, the added safety for Moss. These spiraling deaths, they eviscerate every single person on Gentle Hearts Gaming. But this actually could be the call. They notice that Moss is in the bot lane. They will be spotted out by the Vision of Empire. But like I said before, you allow Kalista get onto the Baron first, that is going to be difficult. That's why they had to TP in Moss quickly, to make sure that they cannot secure that Baron. Snipe with the Shock Blast landing onto Latence, but only just getting the TP out of Moss. Honestly, that is going to be the only thing that you're really happy about here if you're Gentle Hearts Gaming. You got that TP. You can force it back, but Ariendel again taking so much damage. Has to punt back Jbear as the spiraling death and the snipe there from Moss. Absolutely insane play here from the mid laner. Like a Moss, more like a boss here. 12-2 on Hui. Continuing to keep Chaotic Blaze going. He is dragging them over the finish line the best he can. Well, the rest of the team is no slouches themselves, but it's just that's how strong Moss is right now. They take down this tier 2 in the bot lane, and they are now ready to siege on to the inhibitor turret in the bot lane. Of course, without the Baron, will be a little bit more difficult, but they don't have to worry about the wave clear as much unless Berik wants to use that equalizer just to get rid of the minions, but he doesn't. He holds onto it the entire time. Inhibitor bot lane to fall. No answer on the side of Gentle Hearts Gaming, the 32 seed, on the precipice of taking down the number 8. And all those that doubted them. Chaotic Blaze, they are looking hot right now. They're burning up in this game. Let's just hope they don't burn in a blaze of glory. They continue to burn bright as the Baron has been started out by Gentle Hearts Gaming. The TP in from Ariendel. Keep in mind, Moss had already TP'd. There is no answer. They're not going to get there in time. That arrow saw them realizing, wait a minute, we couldn't have gone for the resets at that moment. The sneak steal there onto the Baron. Gentle Hearts Gaming will keep the game going for a lot longer. Getting a little bit of water there. As the third dragon for Chaotic Blaze will be picked up. 3 dragons apiece. Both sides, one away from the soul. In this game, very likely, not only could go for a soul, but could go to an elder with how close it is. 1,000 gold essentially separating the two teams. And look at these itemizations. Look at the builds that they've got for themselves. Nearly full build for everybody. Everybody important too. Moss, with the needlessly large run, has sold away that Dark Seal as Latence does get jumped on by Crackadon. The pop in from Jbear. Wait, where are you going? You're leaving Latence out to dry. No flash there from the Ashe. Realized a little bit too late that that was not up and available. Now we'll flash over the wall, but didn't get hit by the spear there. Zev barely missing the Q, so Latence not only surviving, but the rest of the team. Oh, wait, where are they? What are they doing? Oh, I see. I see. They were afraid that they were going to get collapsed on. They thought Latence was definitely dead. I was a little confused. I kind of looked at the minimap again. I was expecting them all to be mid lane, sieging that tier 3, getting the inhibitor turret. But instead, they probably make the wise call, the smarter and safer call. They back out of that one. They don't go for the risky play. Because that, even if they do get the inhibitor there, with the Baron still on many of the heads here. A lot of them wearing that purple regalia. Gentle Hearts Gaming could have easily won the game if one poor fight went. The arrow, barely does not connect onto Ariendel, but the chains do. Jbear, you're 2 levels down to Ariendel. The dash coming in as he went and jumped in. And Cyan fighting against Zev, and again, a fight you didn't want. You couldn't get Zev down, and you lost your life, Cyan. Now out of the equation, a 4v5 with the Baron Siege. Gentle Hearts Gaming might have just wrestled this game back out of the jaws of defeat. Looking like the upset could have been there for the 32 seed, Chaotic Blaze. So close to greatness, but now they are the ones getting sieged after sieging so many a time in this game. The mid lane tier 3, the inhibitor turret will fall. The arrow does not connect, it does not land true. So instead they have to fall back and wait. Cyan still has 20 seconds until he'll respawn, which means more sieging, more power, more damage, and more destruction inside of the base of Chaotic Blaze. Jbear taking a lot of that damage too, has yet to be able to reset. Get that health back. A little bit of poke onto Berik. It's gonna be the pop of the world ender. Jbear, oh no, hit by the Glacial Prison, dashing away, trying to get the attention of as many people as he can, and they realize that, oh, Gentle Hearts realized that was what was happening. That the Aatrox was trying to pull them out of the base and delay the Baron, which is now mostly gone from all the members. No longer having that. The arrow, this time, will hit onto Ariendel, but look at the engage again from Rocks. Latence can't get out of there. Cyan getting a little bit of damage onto Crackadon. The flash coming in. Zev trying to get away from Kurfyou. The demonic ascension, the supernova not in time as it goes golden, but they get the kill onto Crackadon. Waiting to see what Berik will do. The top laners are dueling this entire time. Dark and Play does not connect, but the duel now going to be turned into a rumble as Rocks made sure that was no longer going to be the case. Did not want to lose the top laner. both teams so close. Moss getting spotted out by that shock blast. I spotted out Ariendel too, and easily, just one stroke of the paintbrush, mops away Ariendel. With Ariendel gone, 2 members now dead. Crackadon, 20 seconds until he'll revive. The TP from Moss. Down plays. They went from glory to nearly losing, back to glory, as they are now in the base yet again of Gentle Hearts Gaming, the 32 seed. Only a few minions though, not enough to really take down these structures, especially with the wave clear from Zev and Berik. That equalizer doing a lot of damage to Cyan and Jbear. They're hoping to get a little bit of a snipe. Keep in mind, we have about 45 seconds until that dragon will spawn. Rox has stopped the escape of Jbear. Just trying to cancel as many recalls and many backs as possible to delay this inevitable fight over the soul. One team will enter the rift and get, one team? 2 teams will enter the Baron Pit. 1 team will walk away the victor and have the soul. What team will it be? With 20 seconds left, the TP from Ariendel. Both teams ready to set up. Neither team ready to retreat. Zev took a little bit of damage from Moss. And if we're looking at Moss again, that has been the hero of Chaotic Blaze. Painting a masterpiece here as they look to snipe down Ariendel with those spiraling despair. The shield from Ariendel will keep him alive a little bit longer as Kurfyou has to pop the Nova a little bit early to get away from the battle. Rocks the Magnetstorm onto the top laner. Jbear dashing away. Darkened Blade onto 1, waiting for the damage onto Zev, but he's healing up that entire time. Cyan dashes in with the Crescent Strike, but Zev dashes right back into him, waiting for the run, but they got the Darkened Blade to flash away. Jbear was unable to execute the kill on the Zev, and the run once more. Double kill from Zev. Kurfyou to fall too. Chaotic Blaze blazing up as they are gonna burn to cinders. Gentle Hearts Gaming have now crushed the hopes of the 32 seed. Even if Moss gets a little bit of damage onto Ariendel, they cannot get away. Latence, it's a supportal battle, supportal combat. You lose the 1v1. Moss, you too, no longer having the team, and Ariendel shut down. Gentle Hearts Gaming will not be denied. They will not be upset a second time here in our qualifying matches, as they will get themselves at 1-1. Whew. What a game.